God damn. Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry, sir. Can you explain again? 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 I'm sorry, sir. Can you
Can you use anything to write your speech? Thank you. Can you use anything to write your speech? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full.
Can
Okay,
you
thank
use
you.
anything to write your speech? Thank you. Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full.
Can
Okay,
you use
thank you.
anything to write your speech? Thank you. Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full. Okay,
Can you use
thank you.
anything to write your speech? Thank you. Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full. Okay,
Can you use
thank you.
anything to write your speech? Thank you. Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full. Okay,
Can you
thank
use
you.
anything to write your speech? Thank you. Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full. Okay,
Can you
thank
use
you.
anything to write your speech? Thank you. Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full. Okay,
Can you
thank
use
you.
anything to write your speech? Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full. Okay, thank you.
Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again? I forgot full. Okay, thank you.
Yes, to every participant that did not see the theme of the speech very well, can you see the Zoom chat? Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you share again?
To Mr. Arnold, can you turn on your camera? To Mr. Arnold, can you turn on your camera? To Mr. Arnold, can you turn on your camera? To Mr. Arnold, can you turn on your camera? To Mr. Arnold, can you turn on your camera?
Excuse me, could I ask a question?
Yes.
May I ask if the 5 minutes during presentation is for maximum or minimum? Excuse me, could I ask a question?
Yes.
May I
Maximum.
ask if the 5 minutes during presentation
thank you.
is for maximum or
You're welcome.
minimum? Excuse me, could I ask a question?
Yes.
May I
Maximum.
ask if the 5 minutes during presentation
thank you.
is for maximum or
You're welcome.
minimum? Excuse me, could I ask a question?
Yes.
May I
Maximum.
ask if the 5 minutes during presentation
thank you.
is for maximum or
You're welcome.
minimum? Excuse me, could I ask a question?
Yes.
May I
Maximum.
ask if the 5 minutes during presentation
thank you.
is for maximum or
You're welcome.
minimum? Excuse me, could I ask a question?
Yes.
May I
Maximum.
ask if the 5 minutes during presentation
thank you.
is for maximum or
You're welcome.
minimum? Excuse me, could I ask a question?
Yes.
May I
Maximum.
ask if the 5 minutes during presentation
thank you.
is for maximum or
You're welcome.
minimum? Excuse me, could I ask a question?
Yes. 2 minutes left to write the speech. Two minutes left to write the speech. Time's up. We will continue to the presentation session. The order of the presentation will be drawn again using the spin wheel. All participants, please pay attention to the Zoom meeting because the distribution will be carried out in real time. Thank you. Also, please send your raw text through private chat to the moderator. Thank you. To all participants, please send your speech text to the moderator.
Sorry, sir. I want to ask. So after this, we move to breakout waiting room speech or how?
Have you sent your RAW?
Yes, I have sent to you privately.
Can you send it again? Because previously I was crashed. My Zoom was crashed.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Wait a minute. Mm, Done. Have you received it?
Yes, thank you. Please wait a little bit. Langsung di clap. Miss Junior, excuse me.
Yes,
Uh, apakah sudah siap?
I think I am. I'm just not sure whether I should be waiting for the other judges to come or not, because I don't think it's fair for everyone to be only judged or scored by only one person, right? Are we
Yes.
waiting for other judges to come or what?
Let me ask with the operator first.
Yeah,
Thank you,
okay.
Miss.
Because I don't feel good about doing the scoring on my own. If there's a dispute, I don't have anyone to to discuss with. But if it's okay, I'm ready to work.
Uh, I'm sorry, Miss. Unfortunately, other judges cannot come here because
Mhm.
there's some trouble.
But they cannot come to they cannot come online either. So basically, it's only me doing the judgment.
Yes, Miss. Unfortunately,
If that's okay, then I will do it. No problem.
thank you very much, Miss.
Okay then. Are we ready for everyone?
Yes. Okay, because the participant are already here, I think I
Okay,
can
so
begin the
what
briefing.
about the text?
Yes, I
If
will.
they have sent you the text, then I can I would like to see the text too.
Yes, I will send it, Miss. Please.
Okay,
Right.
great. I think it's also good if you can send it by WhatsApp. Can you send it to my WhatsApp so that I can have to because I think I'm going to use my laptop to do the scoring, and I can use my WhatsApp to check their speech text. What do you think, Mas Damar?
Sure, Miss.
I'm sending you my number privately, okay?
Okay, Miss. I'm sorry, Miss Binti. Can you send your speech text once again?
Okay, Ward. I will send my text. Sorry. Can't check my text, right?
But Binti, there seems to be a problem with your. Is it blinking? Because in my screen right now you are blinking.
I'm sorry, miss.
What happens?
There is wrong with my camera.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing you can do about it.
I cannot fix that.
It quite affects my vision, you know. Would that be okay, Mas Damar? Is that okay?
Yes, Miss. Fortunately, it turned out didn't
Yeah.
have the speed text yet. So
Exactly. Turning off the video is not an option. So yeah, all right then. Okay then.
excuse me, Miss Binti, can you send your text, please? Unfortunately, we have waited too long. I think we're gonna start with the second team.
I'm sorry, there's problem with my file.
Okay, because everything's ready, can start. The speed presentation will last for 17 minutes, divided into 2 minutes of preparation times, 5 minutes of presentation time, and 10 minutes of question and answer session with the jury. Participants may now commence their preparation. Start.
I'm sorry, can I have a question?
You may ask.
I'm sorry, sir. So I have 2 minutes for my preparation before I start the speech.
Yes,
Oh yeah. Oh yes, ma'am. I'm a performing first. Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Yes, miss.
Kak bisa mulai presentasinya ya, Kak?
Okay. But I'm sorry, can my voice reach the Zoom?
Yes.
Very clearly.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, let me start. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Okay, first of all, I want to thank you Allah and my parents and of course my friends that have done support me. So finally, I can be here in the final Nalaran competition 2023. Okay, I got the topic about innovation, technology, and interpersonal skill. Okay, if we look back, I think our generation, especially my generation, Gen Z, always have an idea and a new innovation to every situation that they're going through. Living in the 21st century, I think almost everything we can do and almost any idea that we make can be possible to happen. I think, but it's not enough to make a success and brilliant innovation. As we know that our society right now transform to make people pretend and act like they don't need anyone to help their goals. But I think this is one of the big mistake because if you look back, the nature of human is to collaborate with others to help reach the goals because this is important because we can know about the perspective uh, from others. So if we ask, innovation has always accompanied collaboration. But what we do now, and are we can face and answer all of the pressure that our society makes right now. Before answering the question, let me introduce myself. My name is Silma Agnesia Roshana. I'm a college student at Yogyakarta State University with a major in educational technology. Thank you for the judges and a master of ceremony to let me speak about this today. Yeah, to answer, I can, of course, we can. And I think the closest thing I can start from me, I'm a college student who learned about the development and history of technology, especially in education. As far as I know, collaborate with others is one of the key that we can do. And I think it not just can, but it must. Well, my major of study is basically start from a lot of perspective, such as philosophy, sociology, and psychology, and of course, still many others. My focus of study is educational technology, as I mentioned in previous. This focus of study, I think, is a great example of picture to the technological innovation and interpersonal skill, increasing the effectiveness of multidisciplinary collaboration. In this focus of study, in my focus of study, I learned about curriculum. I learned about the development, the history, and I think our curriculum of interpersonal skills, such as like communication skills, problem solving ability, and sense of leadership. And I think the curriculum Merdeka is really matched into our society right now. And it's a good combination for technology and interpersonal skill. But as we know, the policy that have done made by Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology not enough if all of the citizens not help reach the goals. As we can saw at the real situation, I think the implementation is still not effective. But I think it's the nice chance to we as a college student and of course as a Gen Z to make our educational system can be better
40 seconds left.
with the following the program that Campus Merdeka have made and help socialize our close people about this new phase of education. And I think that's all for me. Have spirit to bring our country and have a good education. Thank you, and sorry if I do mistake with my word. I'm still Magnesia Arishana. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
The speed presentation will last for 17 minutes, divided into 2 minutes of preparation times, 5 minutes of presentation time, and 10 minutes of question and answer session with the jury panel. Participants may now commence their preparation.
I'm sorry, sir. Can you listening my voice?
I can hear your voice, but can you speak a little bit more louder? You may now begin your presentation.
I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Arnal again. I'm from Universitas Tadulako. Now I will start my speech. The topic that I will present is the importance of integrating knowledge is handling global problems in the era of society 5.0. The industrial revolution can be seen as a fundamental change in the way of human life and work process. In the industrial 4.0 era, in defense in information technology were created that integrated the two worlds of life with the digital world, which of course has an impact on various disciplines. The presence of the industrial revolution 4.0 created a new pace in the technological advance pace of a nation. In the industrial revolution 4.0, manufacturing technology has entered a pace in the trend of an automation and the data chains that includes several physics system, Internet of Things, cloud computing, and cognitive computation. Ladies and gentlemen, the build of digital technology that connect the industry.
Oh, I think Mas Arnal is lost. Mas Arnal, I think there's a problem with your internet or something. Can you pause? Can you pause, Mas Damar? Pause for a while. Yeah, pause
Sure
the
thing, Miss.
timing. Yeah. Okay, Mas Arnal. Okay. All right. Something
Yes,
is wrong with
ma'am.
your connection. Can you do it again, please?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, you can do it
Can you
again.
listen?
Oh, now he's lost.
I would like to ask Miss to wait a little
Yeah.
bit to sort it out.
Yeah, send him a text saying that he might need to do something about it, and we can invite other. Oh, he's back.
Hello, Mas Arnold.
Oh, my error.
Can you?
Yeah, it happens sometimes, right? That's connection, right? So, do you think you're ready to start again, Mas Arnal?
Okay, can you listen my voice?
Yes. I can hear it clearly. No need to start from the beginning. Maybe from the last part that you have said.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the concept of society of 5.0 is the concept of a future society that the Japanese government aspires to. The Japanese government stated that the industry 4.0 era focuses more the production process, while society 5.0 put more emphasis on efforts to place humans at the center of innovation, while technological advancements were used to improve quality of life, social responsibility, and development sustainability. The complexity of this living condition of society in the Society 5 era, students are not sufficiently equipped with the ability to read, write, and coin to better known as through reading, writing, and arithmetic, but also need to equip it with global community competence, or also as Khaled 21 sets gender skills, namely the ability to communicate, be creative, be critically, and by four factors. This is data from the emergence of basis analysis capabilities and intelligence. Three, the occurrence of new forms of interaction between humans and machine. For digital translation of the visual world as robotic and 3D printing. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the important problem education. The development of information and communication technology has brought drastic current both in people's lives and in the institutional world. Digital transformation, the creates a new order in life as affected regulation infrastructure associated 5.0 in an era where human life side by side with the technology. We have been living in a new era where globalization and the rapid evolution of digital technology such as artificial Internet of Things and robotics are bringing experiences there to citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, the era of institution is made entrepreneurial in of society 5.0 all aspects of
Hello, honorable judges, and my beloved audiences. I know all of you have been watching Doraemon the movie, right? A robot ticket that has feeling, can be friend, and also serves human. But have you ever wished that Doraemon's world, full of technology, will become true to our life? Let's imagine a motorcycle, a bike, and also us can fly with technology. And I want it to happen, but I don't want it just happening in my dream. I want it happening to our world. I am Jacinta Putri Alangsari from Politeknik Negeri Bandung will make it happen through full of technology. Of course, with your help. So, anybody here want to join me to create a world full of technology like Doraemon's world? Raise your hand. Good. If you raise your hand, you will see the magic of technology. That's all, namely Society 5.0. Did you know every country has entered Society 5.0? But so sadly, our country, Indonesia, doesn't enter Society 5.0. Because of that, Erlangga, the Minister of Economy, said
can return back to the breakout room. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, sir. How can I beg return?
You wait a little bit.
Okay.
Because the participant already here, I will start by telling the rules of the presentation. The speed presentation will last for 17 minutes, divided into 2 minutes of preparation times, 5 minutes of presentation time, and 10 minutes of question and answer session with the jury panel. Participants may now commence their preparation.
Sorry, is my mic clear? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
you may start the speech.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Lucas Masuri from Sampurna University, and today I'm going to be presenting a speech about the use of interdisciplinary collaboration within Society 5.0 in developing knowledge. Technology is everywhere around us. We use it for everything we do. We use it to open our doors. We use it to make our products. We use it to improve our products. We can even use it to do my homework. So in this era of a society where technology can do everything for us, why would we need other people? Why would we need interdisciplinary collaboration when technological collaboration is so much more efficient? Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to take a look around you right now. The things that make up the room, for example, the device you're watching this on, how did it come to be? Was it just a team of technicians and engineers that created it? Or was it so many more people? Was it people from so many different backgrounds, diverse majors, and people that you could never even imagine worked on it? We have marketing majors, engineering majors, technological majors, data science majors, psychology majors, all working on a single product. And that is a great example of interdisciplinary collaboration to make technology. I mentioned that technology drives everything in Society 5.0. But what drives technology? Interdisciplinary collaboration. We have to ask the question where in the future, as the pioneers, as students of higher education, we are expected to lead Society 5.0. How do we do that? Well, we have to do it with other people. And the way to do it with other people is interdisciplinary collaboration. Yes, technology can assist us. It can help us to communicate. It can help us to ease interdisciplinary collaboration just a little bit. Even in this Zoom right now, I'm using technology to be able to participate in the interdisciplinary collaboration. So in this era of society where I have the responsibility to be a leader, it's important that I develop my communication skills. Because even though technology can help me, it can't help me talk to other people. It can help me translate things. It can help me message people, but my communication skills depend on myself. So how do we as students develop our knowledge within this new era of society using technology? Well, first of all, technology is everywhere around us. That means that interdisciplinary collaboration is everywhere around us. Every single time I walk into a room or into my class, I'm going to meet people of so many diverse backgrounds. For example, in my English class, there are people from psychology majors, there are people from marketing majors, advertising, art, and I meet all of these people. And then the lecturer, she gives out a group project, and I think to myself, how am I going to work with any of these people when we are all so completely different? Well, we try. And at the end of the day, we do what we have to do. By using technology and by using our communication skills and developing them, we manage to form interdisciplinary collaboration in a way that allows us to complete the objective, the assignment. And we can apply this to everyday society, where a team of people from different majors, a team of people from so many different and diverse backgrounds, we can all collaborate within interdisciplinary collaboration in order to propel society towards a better future. And technology can help us. It's why it's so important in building a new society within Society 5.0. It's why we can do this right now. It's why this entire competition exists. Because of interdisciplinary collaboration and technology. We can see that the committee, the judges, the panel, everyone is from different backgrounds, different majors, but they still made this competition work. With what? The help of technology. When we think of Society 5.0, we might not really know what's going on. There's technology in industry, governance, finance, healthcare, and so many other places, but there's also human. There's also interdisciplinary collaboration. So when we acknowledge the importance of both of these factors within this new era of society, we can propel ourselves. We can walk and we can create a better future, a better society, a Society 5.0 for everyone. Because Society 5.0 is about collaboration. Because Society 5.0 is by everyone, for everyone. Thank you.
Okay, because the presentation is over, the jury panel may now commence the question and answer session with the juror.
Okay. Hello, Philip. Can I call you Philip?
Yes, you can.
All right then. Okay, what's your major, Philip? What's your major
I am an
study?
engineering major.
Ah, I see. How do you like it? Do you like studying it?
I like it, but it can be challenging sometimes.
I know. Okay, that's interesting. All right. You say something about the importance of building interdisciplinary collaboration. So tell me your experience working with people from different majors.
Okay, so you're asking me about my experience with people from different majors within my field of study. So I have a lot of classes, and a lot of the times the teachers, the lecturers love to assign group projects. So within these group projects, I'm encouraged to work with people from places and backgrounds and majors I'd never even thought of. For example, in my English class, I had to work on an essay about pregnancy with people from psychology major, an art major, and a business major. And when that happened, I thought to myself, this isn't going to happen. I don't even know any of these people. I don't know what they do. What do you even do in an art major? You know? So I thought to myself, this isn't going to work out that well. But then we ended up getting one of the highest grades in the class. And I think that this is because of what we had to offer. Because we put our differences aside and we all work together, this 4 people who had completely different backgrounds, we also had completely different sectors of knowledge. We had completely different experiences that could contribute to our essay, and we got a good grade. That's my answer.
That's interesting. Now, the key to a collaboration like this is to be able to communicate. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Now, there are people who have problems with communication, right? There are people who are not so happy working with other people.
Mhm.
There are people who love working solo. So what happens to these people, do you think?
Okay,
Or what will
so
happen to these people?
the question is about people who don't really necessarily have good communication skills or don't like to communicate. And I know personally about this because I actually have ADHD, which makes it hard for me to communicate with others. It makes me more inclined to be weird. People call me weird. And for me personally, it was hard to communicate with others. But as I grew up, as I matured, I learned the importance of communication. And even if you're not good at communicating, you can still use technology, like I said, to help you. You can use it as a translator or you can use it as a messaging device. I know a lot of people who are really bad at speaking in person or really bad at like giving public speeches like this. But in text, in for example, in WhatsApp or in messaging, they are extremely well at convincing people. So for the question of how do people without good communication skills or who don't like to communicate can be able to communicate in this society where communication is essential, the answer is with technology. And even if you're like me, someone who is built to not communicate, with technology, it can become easier and it can help you. Thank you.
How do we encourage these type of people?
We can encourage them, but at the end of the day, it kind of falls on them. For example, it's more of a preference. For example, I mentioned about interdisciplinary collaboration with for majors. For me, in my experience, a design or an art major is generally going to be more introverted than a business major or an advertising major. And for that, it is kind of hard to work together. But the key part about this is how I said we had to put our differences aside. So for example, the business and the advertising majors, they really liked flowing and effective communication, but the art majors who weren't that good at communicating preferred to send dry texts or things that didn't really communicate much. And what we did is because of how the business majors and art advertising majors, they knew how to communicate, they helped the ones that were less likely to communicate, and they managed to interpret what they were saying. So encouraging this isn't necessarily everyone's job because we can still communicate with each other even if one party doesn't have the necessary skills to do so. And if they don't have the skills to do so, it's still necessary to help them. But at the end of the day, it's still their own job to be able to encourage their communication skills. And maybe that's why some people go into different backgrounds. Not going to go into advertising if you're not good at communicating, because advertising is all about communicating. And you're not going to go into art if you're really good at communicating, because art is all about communicating without words. Thank you.
Right. So if interdisciplinary collaboration is everything, are you saying that there's no need to be excellent in one field?
There is absolutely a need to be excellent in one thing, because in interdisciplinary collaboration, people are all excellent in one thing. And that's the strength of multidisciplinary collaboration. You gather
Okay, because the participant already here, I'm gonna start to tell the rules of the presentation. The speech presentation will last for 17 minutes, divided into 2 minutes of preparation times, 5 minutes of presentation time, and 10 minutes of question and answer session with the jury panel. The participant may now commence their preparation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and best wishes to all of you. First and foremost, let us express worship and gratitude to the presence of God Almighty for all His grace and guidance, which has provided us with endless blessing. The Honorable Vice Dean of Baka UNY, Pak Pujianto, the Honorable Head Committee of Nalarin, the Honorable Grand Judges, and the Honorable of the Committee and there is all audiences. Hello, my name is Hadifa Gufradi, third-year accounting student at Indonesian College of Economics, Jakarta. I would like to give a speech with the theme, Student Contribution in Accelerating Economic Recovery and Growth in Society 5.0 Era. And I also give the title for my speech with the title, The Role of Student Entrepreneurship in the Development of the Creative Economy Sector in Indonesia. But before I'm starting my speech, I would like to ask all of you guys how much money you spend on street food like by cilor, maklor in a day. Anyone to answer? Okay. So what the connection? Okay, 10,000. So what the connection between UMKM, millennials, and Indonesia economic recovery? Indeed, The global COVID pandemic has an effect of a number of areas, notably the economic one. They are global as well as local economic, but for one economic sector, especially the creative industry, the COVID pandemic is like two sides of the same coin. In addition to this action, the epidemic has given Indonesian creative economic industry player additional changes. Indonesia's creative economy sector has struggled to maintain its leading position in the nation awakening momentum after the conflict pandemic. And also, the number of student business and tutoring institutions that are funded by the government, according to Indonesia Economic through Mahasiswa Wirausaha, or we call in English entrepreneurial student, best creative economic, is a proof that the growth of entrepreneurial activity by students in the field of economic Indonesia is quite good. Mahasiswa Wirausaha role in the creative economy served as both a pillar of economic and the inspiration behind Indonesian youth, since Indonesia have innovation and creative are evolving with the time. Thus, on this speech, we can conclude that the entrepreneurial student become agent of change by changing the stigma university not only provide graduates, but who are ready to work, also who students who can create their own job and benefit the wider community. Millennials, through their achievement in the field of entrepreneurship, have contributed in increased national income through taxation made. Besides that, support provided by university through entrepreneurship program can be a place for a student to realize their ideas and ideas for become an entrepreneur at a young age. Student participation in program entrepreneurship organized by university and the Ministry of Education, Culture, and Research and Technology also made an extraordinary contribution to the progress of the economic Indonesia through creative and innovative ideas provided by students, so that can become source of investment for the country. So that's all for my speech. I'm grateful for the audience attention to my speech. I apologize if there are any delivery or any words in my speech that make audience feel uncomfortable. I wish you have a pleasant day and hope that we will have a wonderful today. I'm Hanifah Gafrani. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, because the presentation is finished, the jury may now begin the question and answer session. The jury.
All right. Hello, Hanifa. Should I call you Hanifa?
Yes.
Okay, Hanifa. A few weeks ago, I attended an accreditation session with several German experts talking about entrepreneurship course in Indonesian universities. So in all majors, because it's mandated by the government to have entrepreneurship course in campuses, all study programs have this program. Now, that leads me to questions whether we are trying to create graduates who are excellent in their major study, or we are trying to make people who are good in building businesses. So which one do you think is more important? That having graduates who are good, who are excellent in their major field of study, or having graduates who are able to create businesses in the future?
Okay, thank you for the question. So the question is actually I have to choose two options. It's really good question. So I prefer the second option because what? Because the role of UMKM is very large for Indonesia's economic growth, with their number reaching 99%, if I'm mistake, all of business units. The contribution of UMKM to GDP also reached up to 16%, and to employment until 90% to the total national employment. So I better choose the second option because I also, I I'm graduate in economic faculty, so I prefer to the second option. Thank you.
So are you saying that if you, for example, graduate from a science major and then you start a business, it has nothing to do whatsoever with what you studied in the university, that's okay? Is that okay?
Actually, it depends on individual. I think everyone have the individual decision to make the better decision on their life. But for me, in my POV, I prefer to the second option because I look there, the role of UMKM is very large for Indonesia GDP. So I can, I can decide who's better. But in my POV, I prefer to the second option.
So let me give you an example. So I have a student who graduated from automotive engineering, and he now has a business in selling motorbikes parts, and also he has a business in motorcycle repairman shop. It's really related to what he's doing. But I also have other students who major in English education, and he runs a food business right now. So both are successful in their businesses. But the other student who has English graduate is, well, has business, but it's completely apart from what he studied in at the university. So it's good for him, it's good for this graduate, but what kind of contribution will it give to the study program?
Okay, that's an interesting question. But for me, going to college can help improve the skill we professionally have. We can choose a college major according to our interest and talented. But future is not always depends on the major. Later, when in college, we can focus in one just field. But it's not. Its future is not depends on major. But in college, we can improve the skill and train to our focus. So that's my answer. Sorry for my English so bad.
All right. If for example, students want to start their own businesses, what kind of sports do students need?
What kind of sport? Sorry.
What kind of supports do students need?
Okay, first, in my experience, I think a student for entrepreneurial, we need support in, of course, financial, and also, learning and development for business. And also we need to support like for research and development, like, journals and in knowledge areas. I think 3 main points for student in entrepreneurial: financial,
So
knowledge.
who should be providing the supports?
I think facilities to getting knowledge in entrepreneurial.
Yeah,
Like Campus Merdeka, like now.
Yeah, who should be providing those supports?
I think
The
everyone can
the
provide.
parents, the government, the ministry, the university. So who should be providing the supports?
I think everyone can provide, like governments, like now Campus Merdeka. One of the program in Campus Merdeka is called Wirausaha Merdeka, and also for university can provide facilities like library, maybe a lecture for giving knowledge about business, and also for our parents maybe can provide us like tuition for providing us in entrepreneur.
All right then.
Everyone can provide.
Okay, I hope you do great in being an entrepreneur woman, Hanifa.
Well,
Thank you, Hanifa. That's all the question. You did great.
Thank you, Bu Yuniar, for the question. That's all very, very great question. Interesting. So
Hope it gets you thinking, okay?
Okay. So back to moderator.
Okay, because the question and answer session already finished, you may now return back to the breakout room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, because the participant is already here, I will now tell the rules of the presentation. The speed presentation will last for 70 minutes, divided into 2 minutes of preparation times, 5 minutes of presentation time, and 10 minutes of question and answer session with the jury panel. Participants may now commence their preparation. Participant may now begin the presentation.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, I would like to start by asking the jury a question, if you please. Madam Yuniardianti, I want to ask you something. So, you are now currently working as a lecturer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Correct.
And how, in your opinion, how do you think your job will be in 5 years? How secure is it in 5 more years or 10 more years?
I would say that my job has guaranteed high security.
Yes, I also believe so because you have a really high expertise in what you need to do. So most people cannot replace that. But there are other jobs that people can be replaced with, especially with the current technology right now. So maybe you're an artist. An artist can be replaced by an AI right now, that even people with different backgrounds, with backgrounds that have absolutely no connection with art, they can make arts within a few seconds. And then maybe you are a teacher, just a normal teacher. You can be replaced by people saying to the AI something like this. Okay, I want to learn English. Give me a brief explanation, give me a study plan and resources to learn them. And that's it. That's all you need. That's all people need to do to learn new things. That's why teacher can be replaced. But then thinking of it logically, why would we choose humans when AI are better? When, for example, let me say it in a different way. As a human, you may have 30 to 60 experiences, 30 to 60 years of experiences as your life goes on, right? But AI, they don't live, they don't die. So they can have maybe 10,000 years of experience, and they have stored that data from all types of human, all hundreds of humans. So they can further, they have better data than us. So why would we choose human instead of AI? Okay. Good morning. My name is Ali Sulaiman, and I will speak to you how we as a human being can do instead. Okay, so first thing first, humans are social creatures by old age. So from the very beginning, we humans has been coexisting with other humans to make something, to make technologies, to make everything, to make almost anything, whatever you see, whatever you may have a laptop right here, that is something that are made by multiple people, not just one human being. Individually, you can work hard and you can become a teacher or become a doctor. But let's go beyond that. Let's think something that cannot be replaced. Instead of being a teacher, how about making a school? Instead of being a doctor, how about making a hospital? But is it possible? No, of course not, right? It's not possible if you're by yourself. But if you're with multiple people, with multiple different disciplinary, with different skills and expertise, you can. Oh, but I don't have any experience. Yeah, you maybe don't. But remember what I said. If a 3-year-old baby can make an art using AI, why can't you? Right? So you can just utilize these 10,000 years of experience at your disposal. You don't have to learn way further than what you need to, but you can utilize the technology to help you, to assist you into making these things a reality. So you can further develop yourself. You can further advance your quality as a working resource to not be replaced by AI. Thank you.
Okay, because the participant already finished, the jury may now commence the question and answer session to the jury.
All right. Good morning, Mas Ali.
Good morning, madam.
Should I call you Ali?
Yes, that's fine.
All right. So what year of study are you?
I am from informatics engineering education major.
Year?
Year, I'm from 2021. So today right now I'm in semester 4.
All right then. So meaning that when you are discussing about AI, it's something that you study in
Yes.
your study program, right?
Yes.
That's interesting. Do you watch Terminator? The
I
movie?
don't, but I get the gist of it. I know the idea of it from a YouTube channel that explain a little bit about it.
What do you know about it?
It's when the world are replaced by AI due to they are just better than humans.
So should we worry about it?
Maybe we should, but it's gonna be in a very long term, and it does not matter that much if you can advance. If as a human being, we need to adapt with technology, right? So if we can adapt to the technology, there are no problems whatsoever in facing that condition.
Yeah, right. So there's a possibility that it will happen, but it may be in what, 200, 300 years?
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's interesting. Your multidisciplinary collaboration. Now, what's the difference between interdisciplinary collaboration and multidisciplinary collaboration? Do you know the difference?
What I do know of is that interdisciplinary teamwork is when people from similar discipline, like maybe technology, they have different types of people working on technology. Maybe someone that are more proficient in AI. There are someone who are more proficient in the hardware or the software or the user experience, the design. So they can all work together to make something, maybe a laptop, a computer, or a software, right? But in multidisciplinary teamwork, these people are way more different because they study literally different things. Like maybe me, myself, I'm an engineering major, but there's someone who is a biology major or a science major, a doctor major. So we can all work together to make a hospital maybe. Oh yeah, I should include the architecture major as well because you need to make that building, right?
All right then.
That's the difference.
Do you think it's possible for students like your age, like your year, like semester 4, semester 2, to have a kind of multidisciplinary collaboration?
It is possible, especially if you communicate with a lot of other people from different division, you have connection with them, then you can probably make a project or something that maybe don't get a bit too big right now. Don't like start with making a hospital, maybe something simpler, making a game education, or maybe making a different type of router or any hardware whatsoever, and you can use that. You can like, for example, another example I would like to say is maybe an AI that helps people learn a language. That is something that is very possible for us in semester 4 to do together, to make together with collaboration.
All right then. So what kinds of support do you think students would need to be able to have multidisciplinary collaboration?
One thing I have in my mind is that we need a platform to better connect with people from different majors, because if we don't find them ourselves, so it's like this. Most people who does not like to just go out without any plans whatsoever, right? They need something to, if I want to go there, I have a reason to go there. But if you're like an informatics major, you have no reason to go to the science faculty or whatever, right? So you don't communicate, you don't get any connection with them. But if we do have a platform that connects between science major, science faculty, engineering faculty, and all the other faculty, just a connection, we can help people to understand other people from different majors as well.
So
And
who should be designing, providing, and maintaining this platform? Who?
I think it should be from the graduates, the undergraduates themselves, because that's how we usually do, because that's what we have Humanica, like the community. We have plenty of community that we can come up with, but most of them are communities within the faculty. How about communities from all the faculties, but not like a government type like BEM? That's what I think.
Okay. So do you think students would also need financial support to
Yes.
have multidisciplinary collaboration?
Yes,
Yeah.
they definitely do. That's why maybe students can better find programs that has this finance this programs that help with finance, like P2MW and Edibiswa. I think it's Edibiswa. So like if people know that they can make something with multidisciplinary teamwork, they can maybe find these different programs that the university offer to help them make that project a reality.
I see. All right. It's so good to hear some great ideas from you. Thank you so much, Mas Ali.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Okay, because the jury already finished the question and answer, you may now return back to the breakout room. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, moderator.
Check, check. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
But you are not edible.
Yeah, because the participant already here, I will convey the rules again of the presentation. The speech presentation will last for 70 minutes, divided into 2 minutes of preparation times, 5 minutes of presentation time, and 10 minutes of question and answer session with the jury panel. Participants may now commence their preparation. You may now commence the presentation.
Okay. Let me start by saying Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen, the honorable judges, and all of my beloved friends. My name is Rahma Kamila. I'm from Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta. And a little fun fact about me is that my mother's side of the family are immigrants. So the general expectations for my future is either be a doctor, be a lawyer, or be a failure. And I am in communications major. So coincidentally, my cousin Aisha just got accepted to medical school in Malaysia out of all the places. And she asked me this: is my focus of study useful at all? And I said indignantly, define useful. Useful means beneficial to society, and it could solve global problems. And I said to answer this question, the United Nations actually has an equation already. It's called SDGs, or Sustainable Development Goals. It could include climate change, healthcare, gender equality, reducing poverty, and many other. So we come back to the question, what have I done so far to make the world a better place? This brings me back at high school when I participated in a filmmaking competition called YouthCon. But in YouthCon, I was told to give the theme, which is SDGs, and I picked climate change. Imagine combining climate change and film. And so I racked my brain, I made the story, the most interesting one I could think of, and I made it. And thankfully, it won second place. And at school, it was talked about a lot. It became a big thing. Everyone was talking about it. And it inspired me and the student council to make what it's called SMAMDA Climate Awareness Day.
where we see significant change to students by letting them fill petitions, protesting, and making posters and art to bring awareness. We are starting a conversation. Now, diving into my topic. First, we have to know what multidisciplinary collaboration is. Multidisciplinary collaboration is where students and people from different backgrounds act and make innovation. They work together to solve global problems with the help of technology, like me making a movie about climate change. Okay, let's take another example. During the pandemic, I saw news from Universitas 10 November. It's a university in Surabaya. And this is the time where we're making a big deal about social distancing. And the news is they made an invention, a robot that could take orders and given orders by remote control. It's to deliver medicine, to stop nurses and doctors to make contact with the patient. This innovation combines healthcare and engineering. My point is that the diversity of knowledge could be the key in solving global problems. And that is why I think students could be a great pioneer to solve the global problems we are facing today with the help of technology and our ability to make innovation for the present and for the future. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Because the participant already finished, the jury may now begin the question and answer session to the jury.
Hello, Rahma. Should I call you Rahma or Camila?
Camila. I prefer Camila.
Camila. Okay, then. Hello, Camila.
Hi.
How are you today, Camila?
I'm really good.
Okay, then. All right, Camila. Tell me one problem, one hot issues currently these days that students can solve.
Okay. So my personal opinion, I like to focus on poverty because, as you well know, there's a news recently that Yogyakarta is the poorest province in Indonesia. And I'd like to take this point to I'd like to tell a story first. Before I take my interest to climate change for the movie, I actually considered poverty. And this is because in high school, I went to a place called Safe Street Children. This is an organization where people teach street children and give them food and donations. And when I'm in this situation, I met a little boy named Raihan. And a few days later, after I finished my program there, my upperclassman told me that he met Raihan in the streets, not in school, but by the side of her mother, because he was being exploited to make money because she was a beggar. So my question is it enough just to give money, just to give clothes and a little bit of education? Is it enough? Because I think hard work does not equal success. It's actually a combination of hard work, luck, opportunity, and education. I have a quote from, I think it's called Elder Shapir. I could look it up later to make sure. It's basically expecting the poor to follow money management classes is like teaching someone to swim and then throwing them in a stormy sea, because there are many factors that contributes to poverty. So imagine computers running 10 new programs. It became slower, right? So I think the solution is young people like me could make a good system, using their talents to make a good system where there is opportunity and good education for people in poverty. And I would lastly take this opportunity to give you a kind of a quote from the things I've read before, which is called Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a concept in Africa for apartheid, which means I am what I am because what we all are. Is that?
All right then. Now take poverty as an issue.
Okay.
Which students from which discipline do you think can collaborate to solve this problem? And how do they do that?
I think I believe that every discipline of knowledge could contribute to solving poverty. For example, economics, of course, economics can solve poverty because it could make a system. And education could also solve poverty because it contributes to how people in poverty does not have access to good education, because usually people in poverty doesn't have good schools around them. So two of that point. And then let's take a hard one from communications myself. I make ads for a living, basically. I make a lot of media and stuff. And so I think from what I can do now as a student is work with a lot of organizations that could solve poverty, that has the promise to solve poverty, and make a platform for them to deliver this message to the world. That could be a way. And I think there's a lot of ways to solve this issue, and it does not take only one, for example, only economy. It does not take that. It's a combination of all this knowledge, because we need help from every collaboration. We need multidisciplinary collaboration, basically, is what I'm saying.
All right, because we talk about students as pioneers.
Yeah.
What kind of support do you think students would need, and who should be providing the supports?
Could you repeat the question?
Right, we talk about students, right? University students. If they want to be pioneer in this field, what kind of support do you think they need, and who should be providing the supports?
Okay. I think Indonesia has given a lot of supports to the education system here, and giving opportunities to university students specifically, because we have, I think it's called Edukasi Merdeka, Campus Merdeka, which we can take the knowledge from outside and bring it to this part of the world. But I actually read an essay a few years ago where they talked about how people from Indonesia, usually when they go out, they start working outside of Indonesia, and they don't come back because they make more money that way. To me, being pioneers means we have to take a promise to change Indonesia first, to solve the SDGs, the problems, the social problems in Indonesia first. So basically what I'm saying is we're using this knowledge to bring a new innovation, to make something new that could bring Indonesia to a better place. So instead of, if we take Campus Merdeka, for example, and we go out of the country, we have the obligation, that's the word, obligation to go back to our country and make more innovation. And I think Indonesia has provided that. But the question is, will students take the opportunity to make Indonesia a better place, or are they gonna be selfish and make more money outside of the country? And I think that's an interesting problem.
Right then. Okay, that's another problem to solve, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Camilla. That was great. You did great.
Okay, thank you.
After the jury already finished the question and answer session, you may now return back to the breakout room. Thank you very much. Okay, as the participant is already here, I will now convey the rules of the presentation. The speech presentation will last for 70 minutes, divided into 2 minutes of preparation times, 5 minutes of presentation time, and 10 minutes of question and answer session with the jury panel. Participants may now commence their preparation.
Alhamdulillah.
Participants may now commence their presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are honorable to all of the judges, dear esteemed audience in Sumut. Thanks for the opportunity that given to me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Binti Koma. I am from Yogyakarta State University. And today I want to speak about the role of education to overcome difference in the era of Society 5.0. As we know that the rapid changes in science and technology us to be ready to face the world change, especially in the field of education to overcome difference in the era of Society 5.0. One form of change is Society 5.0. Society 5.0 is a human being who can solve various challenges and social problems by utilizing various innovations that were born in the era of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. And we know that there is between the Industrial Revolution 4.0 and Society 5.0 is not much difference because the Industrial Revolution 4.0, the main component is the artificial intelligence and the technology part in Society 5.0, the main component is human. And we know that education has important role in the development of the Society 5.0 era, namely to advance the quality of human resource. Therefore, education is needed regarding 21st century life skill or better known as 4C, namely creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. Why I take the role of education to overcome different in the era of Society 5.0? Because we know that Indonesia has many islands, have many culture, and have many difference. And now we face of the difference between the education. The more gap of education is very now. For the first creativity, where we as a student must have a creativity. I am a student of the education policy. So I want to be an analysis and I want to make a great innovation to solve a problem in education. So many people in Indonesia can get education same. Not there is not gap between
rich or
Hello, Mbak Binti. We are losing you. Binti? Hello, Binti. So she's lost? She's just lost. Can she be contacted? Uh-huh. There she is. You're still off.
I'm sorry, I out my Zoom meeting. Can I continue?
Sure.
Okay, the education has an important role in the development of Society 5.0 era, namely to enhance the quality of human resource. Therefore, education is needed regarding 21st century life skill, or better known as 4C. There is creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. As we know that in Society 5.0 that will be faced later, not only basic literacy is needed but also other competence, namely being able to think critically, reason, be creative, be communicative, collaborative, and have problem-solving skill, as well as having a character that reflects of Pancasila. Indonesia has the main component that is a Pancasila, so we as a student, we must have the character of Pancasila. There is
I'm
the
sorry.
critical thinking, reason, be creative, and be
Excuse me.
communicative. Yes?
The presentation time is already over, so we will begin.
Sorry.
Yes?
Sorry, Mas Damar. There has been a technical problem, right? So I'm going to give her 2 more minutes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we
James.
know that Indonesia has the main component that is a Pancasila. And we must know what is the characteristic of the Pancasila. There is a curiosity, initiative, persistence, adaptability, leadership, social, and cultural awareness. As we know that there is a gap between woman and man. I have a real experience from my education journey. When I accept in the Yogyakarta State University, my neighbor side where women must study high, women just cook in the kitchen, just born the baby. But as we know that it's very, very false because the woman have a chance to get more high of education because the role of school and teaching staff
as a play an important role in Society 5.0. Learning activities do not only focus on one source, such as a book, but educators develop to receive information from various sources, such as the internet and social media. So I ask analysis education. I want to create an innovation, make an innovation how to be studied from the Google Classroom, Google Class Meeting, and other. As we know that Yogyakarta State University in the last semester used the blended learning, where a half study in the school, a half study in the home, and it's used classroom, Google Class Meeting, and other. The use of this application media require more insight from the educator. For this reason, the role of school and teaching staff in Society 5.0, which is focused on human labor, is very important. So the human is very, very important in the developing of Society 5.0 in Indonesia. When our education is low than other country, it's very, very fast because we cannot, because our country will be left behind if we cannot increase our education and knowledge for the children in Indonesia. So, but so there is planned to take place through
Excuse me?
hybrid learning or blended learning. Okay.
The 2 minutes given by the jurors is already run out. So we will now begin the question and answer session to the juror.
All right then. Hello, Binti. Should I call you Binti?
Yes.
Okay then. All right, Binti. So I read that the theme is quite heavy, right? The theme is quite heavy. There are terms of inclusivity, and then there are diversities, and what else do you have there? Now, in your text, I actually haven't read a bit of how to embrace diversities. You talk about differences, right? The title is about differences. So do you think differences are part of diversity?
No, the difference is not only in diversity part. We can overcome the difference part of education. I ever learned about how to be overcome of the difference, especially in inclusive education. As we know that in the inclusive education is very, very low in Indonesia because the government not interested with the inclusive education. So I asked education policy. I want to make innovation, create an innovation to the inclusive education. From that, I will make education for the inclusive more increase, and all the students in inclusive school can get same quality education in Indonesia. Because of that, I take a role of education to overcome difference in the era of society 5.0, and I want to utilizing by the technology.
So differences should be embraced or should be overcome or should be overcame?
Should be overcome.
In what way?
Because the difference, every people have a difference, and every culture have different.
Hold it, Mbak Binti. What do you mean by overcoming something? What does it mean? To overcome something means to what?
I think overcome something is to make all the people can look different from the new way, and that I take from the education way.
So differences should be overcome, meaning that you abolish differences to make everything similar. Is that what you mean?
Yes, like that.
Oh, okay then. All right then. No further question. Thank you so much, Mbak Binti.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
You did great, yeah.
Okay, thanks for
Okay, because the question and answer session already finished, you may return back to the breakout room. Thank you very much.
So what should I do now, Mas Damar? Should I just recap the score or what? So should I just recap the score? Yeah, I just need to recap the score. Okay then.
Thank you very much, Miss.
Yes, you're welcome.